This is the summary created from the video. Cloud Computing Demo Microsoft Azure. In this Azure Web App demo, a Python web app deployment on the Azure Cloud Platform is being demonstrated by following the standard procedure led by Subrata. The objective is to create a highly scalable, self-patching Python web app on Microsoft Azure and showcase the local app development capability via the Azure portal, providing a hands-on experience with commercial cloud services like Azure. To access the Azure portal, login credentials are entered at portal.azure.com, which redirects to a Microsoft account sign-in page where the password is entered to access the Azure dashboard. Next, the Azure Cloud Terminal is launched, initiating the local Python web development and describing the core steps sequentially, while analyzing key components concisely. A GitHub repo containing a Hello World Python web app project is cloned, and the project folder is navigated to, with the file contents being viewed, demonstrating the initial state after cloning. To run the Python web app locally, the Hello World code is shown, requiring Flask, a micro-web framework library for Python, which is installed, and the app is run locally at localhost 5000, displaying Hello World in the browser. For deploying the web app on Azure, deployment user credentials need to be set using the Azure Web App Deployment User Set command, creating deployment credentials for secure access management. A resource group named Resource Group 0 is created as a logical container for Azure resources, specifying the location and using the asGroup_create command. An app service plan is then created, specifying the location, size, and features for the hosting server, using this app service plan command, with the web app providing the hosting space for code and the deploy URL. The web app is created on Azure using this web app create command, accessible at webappname.azurewebsites.net. And since the code is Python-based, further configuration is required. The Python version for the web app is configured using aswebappconfig set Python version, utilizing the default container provided by the platform, and the local JIT deployment is configured next, as the app service supports Azure deployment slots. To deploy the web app using local JIT, the Azure deployment URL is copied, and in the terminal, the necessary git push commands are run, deploying the app to the Azure cloud using the local JIT repository. The JIT remote add command is performed to connect the Azure repo, and the JIT push command is entered to deploy the app to Azure, providing the deployment user password when prompted, successfully deploying the application and making it ready. To update the code and redeploy the web app, the local project file is modified with text changes, committed using JIT commit, and pushed to the Azure Git repo with JIT push Azure master, entering the deployment user password for Azure, and refreshing the webpage to see the updated text changes. In conclusion, the demo focused on showcasing the process of working with a local JIT repository, demonstrating the use of local JIT commands step by step, enabling the potential to create scalable, self-patching Python web apps on Azure with secure deployment access management, resource group creation, Python version configuration, and the ability to update code and redeploy the app on the Azure cloud. Please stay tuned for more summary videos.